Hey everyone, I'm Andy Hodges for your Sebastian Daily News on this beautiful Friday afternoon. It's been a little overcast and then sunny, so we'll see that all through the weekend, but the most part it's going to be a great weekend. You can also check us out on our YouTube channel, which is streaming live right now, as well as Twitter and our Facebook page, as well as on television. If you have Xfinity cable in Sebastian, you can reach us on 1098. That's channel 1098 Buzz TV on Xfinity. 80 degrees, that's pretty much going to be our high today in Sebastian. Tonight's low is going to be 64. No rain in the forecast. However, we're looking at some showers on Sunday, and then Monday, there's a possibility of mostly raining on Monday, but it'll clear up by Tuesday, so we're okay with that. So today, Saturday, and mostly, for Sunday, no rain at all. So a beautiful weekend coming up. As most of you know, Monday is the end of the hurricane season. So as bad as 2020 has been, at least we didn't get hit by a hurricane. We're thankful for that. We're going to take down our shutters on Monday because we just don't trust it yet. We don't know what's going to happen. The tropics are clear right now, but the way 2020 has been, I'm just going to leave my shutters up until Monday, and then I'm going to take them down. Here's what's going on around town. If it's happening in Sebastian, it's on Sebastian Daily. A body was found in Fellsmere and is believed to be from a missing 18-year-old in Massachusetts. Newly elect Sheriff Eric Flowers, we spoke to him earlier today, and he tells us that a positive identification along with an autopsy to determine the cause of death still have to be made. Skeletal remains were found Wednesday afternoon in Fellsmere. Flowers said it was located near, or the bones were located near the Sebastian Fellsmere exit of I-95 and County Road 512. So as soon as we have some more information on that, we will be updating it on SebastianDaily.com. The Chum Bucket teams up with Remax Crown Realty to deliver 83 bags of Thanksgiving dinner fixings. Chum Bucket helps many families with hygiene and food items. Volunteers pick up donations. They take them to the Chum Bucket, which is located at 9001 Sebastian Boulevard in Sebastian. The hygiene items are needed. They include, bars of soap, body wash, shampoo and conditioner, deodorant, toothbrushes, and toothpaste. Now, the food items needed include canned tuna, canned chicken, Chef Boyardee, pasta, and canned vegetables. And if you have any questions or you would like to donate to the Chum Bucket here in town in Sebastian, contact Joanne Holmes or Judy Way at 772-564-4255. You can also read the entire article on SebastianDaily.com. We have a whole article about it. There are a couple of real estate agents at Remax, Erica and Francine, who really helped this year, and you can read all about it. Here's what's going on this weekend in Sebastian. Today's Friday at 3 o'clock. Greg and Brian are performing live at Captain Hiram's. They play a lot of Elton John, Billy Joel, and other popular songs from the 70s and 80s and 90s. So if you have people from out of town visiting you, today might be a good day to go to Captain Hiram's and listen to some really good music. Greg and Brian are playing at 3 o'clock. At 5 o'clock, Mojo Mike and the Golden Ukes will be at the Surfside Grill and Adventure. This is at the Sebastian Inlet, right on the ocean, a beautiful place with a lot of good music. And at 6 o'clock, Kenny Williams will be at Tiki Bar and Grill. And at 8:30, Seed will be playing at Earl's Hideaway Lounge. This is Earl's first Friday's live music since Florida reopened. So it's kind of a special thing today going on at Earl's. Saturday, Holiday Cars for Seniors will be at North County, Indian River County Library. Everyone should attend this. This is so nice. It's a great event. And at 2 o'clock, Dave Scott and Tumbleweed will be performing live at Earl's Hideaway Lounge. At 5 o'clock, Oscar will be performing live at Las Palmas. And at 7 o'clock, 21 to Burn will be playing at Captain Hiram's Sandbar. And just a side note, the bass player of this band called 21 to Burn is also a graphics designer. He's known as Squeegee, and he's the one that came up with our new logo, our Sebastian Daily logo. So he'll be in the band tomorrow night at Captain Hiram's. Again, it's 21 to Burn. His name is Squeegee. He's a very friendly guy. Walk up, introduce yourself. Incredible guy. And at 8:30, Joe Reed and the Heartland will be at Earl's Hideaway Lounge. That is all happening tomorrow. On Sunday, at 1 o'clock, the ukulele choir will be performing at Paradoya Brewing Company. At 2 p.m., Mike Zito Trio will be at Earl's Hideaway Lounge. And at 6 o'clock, Captain's Karaoke at Captain Hiram's Sandbar. Now, this is only a few of the events that are going on around town this weekend. If you want to see the entire list, go to sebastiandaily.com and click on Events at the top. And the first article you come to in the list is all the events that are happening this weekend in Sebastian. All right, let's go over the COVID-19 cases. Cases are rising here locally and statewide. Today there were 8,376 new cases in Florida, and that was after 46,000 people were tested. So the percent of positive on the new cases is going up. You can do the math. 8,300 new positive cases, and there were 46,000 people tested. So the rate of the percentage is going up. And that's just for today. We're hoping to look at the numbers tomorrow and over this weekend, and we're hoping to see that positive percentage drop a little bit. So this is only for one day so far. The number of deaths do remain low, but please don't use that as a reason that things aren't so bad, because that number of deaths can go up at any time. So let's not use that as a way to to not wear a mask or to not social distance. We are in a global pandemic still. We're in a nationwide emergency, and we have to do this. We have to follow the guidelines. Now, I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm asking and urging you to follow the CDC guidelines so that you don't get sick and other people don't get sick. Many people are getting long-term symptoms from this virus. They get infected, and then they have other long-term symptoms like no taste. My staff and I got COVID-19 about a month ago, about 6 weeks ago now, and I still don't have most of my taste back. I can't smell still. So these are long-term, and there are days where I just feel fatigued. Now, it doesn't mean we're infected. It just means that's just how the virus is. There are long-term effects to this thing. And each day, more and more people are knowing someone who's been infected. And yeah, the recovery is good. A lot more and more people are recovering, but we can't always count on that. There are people with low immunity systems and immune systems, and if they catch it, it could be very, very dangerous for them. So there was one new death today in Indian River County. There was also 4 deaths in Brevard County today as well. Those numbers are being reported today. But we'll get into that in just a second. Let's look at our local cases here in Sebastian. Since the pandemic has started, 594 cases. In Roseland, 5 cases, and that's been unchanged all through the month of November. Barefoot Bay, 50, and that's been unchanged for the past few days. Micco, 16. Grant, 60. And now Grant is showing some concerns because now they're rising fast like we were about a month ago. There was a time when we had a soaring rate of new cases. But now, although it's rising in Sebastian, it's not critical where I mean, to me, any new case is bad, but we're not soaring with a bunch of new cases. We're averaging about 4 to 7 new cases per day, and that's based on the number of cases we've had in November, and we broke it down per day. Fellsmere, 493. And Wabasso, 9, and that's been unchanged all through the month of November. Vero Beach, 3,670. That is an area of concern, the South County of Indian River County. Now this number, this 3,600 number, also includes areas like Vero Lake Estates and other county areas surrounding Vero Beach. And let's look at the county, by the way. 5,077 cases since the pandemic started in Indian River County. There have been 132 deaths. In Brevard County, 15,559 cases and 435 deaths in Brevard County. So, like I said, the number of deaths are low. That's really good news for our area, even though the numbers are going up 4 to 7 new cases per day. But please don't use that number of deaths as a reason to put your guard down, because we are not out of the pandemic yet, and it'll be some time before we do. We pretty much have it all through the holidays, and cases could rise after Thanksgiving. So, well, we'll keep you informed, and we'll be monitoring this closely throughout the day of every day, especially this weekend. We really want to see if that high percent of new cases drops during the weekend. So we ask you, we're not going to tell you what to do. We're not going to say wear a mask. We just ask you and urge you, if you don't want to wear a mask, just social distance, And when you can't social distance 6 feet apart or more, wear a mask, And, one of the reasons I think that we got the COVID-19 is we were a little careless at times by not wearing a mask. Now, we have some friends that we know very well, and we all go and have dinner and stuff, and we don't wear the mask as we're eating dinner or talking. But in places, restaurants and stuff like that, you should be wearing a mask whenever you go and use the restroom or walking around their establishment. So we let our guard down, and that's how we got it. And we do not want you to go through what we did of 10 days of hell with this virus. We don't want to see anyone go through that. Look, we care about Sebastian, and I know that we keep talking about this mask thing over and over and over again, and there's this big debate about it, but we don't have anything else to do right now other than to follow these guidelines, and people are getting sick. People that I know that refuse to wear a mask are now getting sick, and it's a problem because they're smokers and they kind of have it in the chest right now, so that's a concern, and I care about these people and everyone else. So we just have to do our part as a community and come together and wait this out. Look, this will all be over with in a few months, hopefully. The vaccine's coming out, but until then, let's take this serious, or more and more people are going to get sick, and that's a risk for more deaths. So listen, the CDC guidelines are social distance 6 feet or more apart, wear a mask when you cannot social distance, and wash your hands or sanitize them regularly, and that will help reduce the number of cases and other people getting infected. So these guidelines are created to protect you and other people. Now, there's one more thing I want to say before we sign off. I know there are people in stores that don't wear a mask, and there's people that come up to them and say, you're selfish for not wearing a mask. I'm against that, and I don't think anyone should go up to other people and say, you should not be wearing, or you should be ashamed for not wearing a mask, because we don't know their health condition. They could have asthma. They could have COPD, and we don't know their condition. It's a HIPAA law for to even know what their medical condition is. So I think we need to get away from that and stop arguing and stop debating this thing. You want to wear a mask, wear one. But if you see someone else in the store, don't criticize them for not wearing a mask, because we don't know their health situation. And even though I have asthma, I tried to wear the mask. But people who have asthma, COPD, and other health problems, restricting the air is bad for them. So, people with COPD, it's hard enough to get oxygen, and put a mask on, I mean, forget it. So let's not do that anymore. I don't think it's necessary. I think if you go into a store, you go in, you shop, you leave. You don't want to hang out and argue with people who don't wear a mask. So let's stop doing that, and let's start caring more about other people, and let's try to get through this. Look, we're going to look back on this one day and say, wow, there really was a pandemic going on, even though we forget at times, So listen, thank you for reading our news and supporting Sebastian Daily and watching our newscast. We really appreciate everyone. We appreciate you. I'm Andy Hodges. I'm coming to you live in our new studio for Sebastian Daily.